It's time to enter the world of real estate in Oahu with Hawaii's only true real estate radio show, the Team Lally Real Estate Show. Grab a pen and get ready to take notes. For the next full hour, Hawaii's premier real estate leader, Adrienne Lally, and Attilio Leonardi will bring you the latest in real estate news and real-world strategies on how they can guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they'll buy it. Now, here are your hosts, Adrienne and Attilio.
Welcome to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. If you have any real estate questions, you can reach us at 855-KHVH-830. That's 855-548-4830, or on the web at gokHVH.com.
Yeah, that's a nice website. Hey, everybody, this is Attilio. I was at a canoe regatta in Waikiki, and we were on, and I was coming out of the canoe, jumped out, coming up onto shore. Mm-hmm. This lady tapped me on the shoulder, started asking me a bunch of tax and legal questions, and I said, those are great questions, but I highly recommend you seek the appropriate licensed professional. And then I said, but Mom, what other questions do you have? So if you hear of anything on this show that may be deemed as tax advice, go see a CPA. Legal advice, go check it out with an attorney, because we're realtors, and today we are going to talk about real estate.
Yes, we are. But before that, we're going to talk about reputation.
Yes. Well, you know, that goes hand in hand. If you don't have a good reputation, you shouldn't be in the real estate business.
That is true. But you
still can. That's all we know. No.
All right. So this is from Jim Rohn on reputation. Each of us must be committed to maintaining the reputation of all of us. And all of us must be committed to maintaining the reputation of each of us. Accuracy builds credibility. It only takes one lie to taint your entire testimony. The Bible gives us a list of human stories on both sides of the ledger. One list of human stories is used as examples. Do what these people did. Another list of human stories is used as warnings. Don't do what these people did. So if your story ever gets in one of these books, make sure they use it as an example. Not a warning.
Not a warning.
Yes. Don't be on the warning.
Speaking of learning.
Yes.
We have a learning. So this is the part of the show where more learning. We have a learning story. We call it the learning story.
Okay. What are we learning today?
Rachel, one of these shows we're gonna come up with learning story bumper music. I got to figure out what that's going to be. That would be cool, because then we break up the radio show a little bit with the music. Anyway, okay. So this one is called The Four Thieves of Productivity, and this is from my second favorite book, which is
The One Thing.
The One Thing by Gary Keller.
And what's your first?
How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Mm-hmm. And one of the things he always says is just important to remember people's names. What's our producer's name?
It's Rachel.
Oh yeah, it's Rachel. No, just kidding. We know it's Rachel. That was my mother-in-law's name, Rachel. But anyway. All right, so you read. There's four thieves of productivity. So you read number one. Okay,
so the first thief is the inability to say no.
So what you got to remember, and what we learned from this book. So he quotes Stephen Jobs said, "Focus is about saying no." And I have notes in here. 300. So when Stephen Jobs actually got fired from Apple, and then they brought him back because they were just doing terribly. And what he did when he came back is he noticed that Apple was making like 350 different products. And he just said, we're going to cut all of this, and they cut it down to 10. Obviously, one of those was the iPhone. Mm-hmm. And it's, literally, just Apple has just turned around and created more focus.
So that was all because of the word no.
Of the word no. You got to say no to these other things. If you're Jackie the Joiner, as we say, and you join everything, you're going to do a whole bunch of things in a mediocre way.
Well, if you're saying yes to everything, what are you saying no to?
Exactly.
Because there's only so much time in the day, right?
Exactly. And everybody has the same amount, 24 hours. What's number two?
Number two is the fear of chaos.
So he quotes in here Francis Ford Coppola. Mm-hmm. What did he do? Godfather? I think that was his movie. But anyway, he said, anything you build on a large scale or with intense passion invites chaos. So I remember I used to be in and she's looking at me because, I like to have everything in its place and a place for everything. Don't move my stapler is my saying. And my family knows this. Don't move stuff on my desk, because I do not like chaos. But I deal with it. So he's saying, like, for example, we're building a huge real estate business, and my car may not be the cleanest.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the priority? Maybe getting
more listings and calling more sellers, or cleaning your car.
Yeah, wash the car later, or
pay somebody.
As we're doing it this week, I'm taking it down to exquisite detail up there in Kapolei.
There you go.
Maybe they should be a sponsor of the show. So let it go. Get over it, is what he says. Number 3.
Poor health habits.
All right, so he says, if you don't take care of your body, this is a good quote. If you don't take care of your body, where are you going to live? Mm-hmm. Okay, personal energy. No, that's not what it said. I wanted to read it that way because that's not what it said. It says personal energy.
Energy.
Mismanagement is a thief of productivity. You have to eat, exercise, and sleep right. I'll be honest with you, and we're not like, we do these things because we're talking about it on the show. I'm terrible at getting enough sleep.
Yes, and I'm terrible at eating right. Most of the time I work right through lunch.
Yes, so somewhere in between. Good thing we have a team, because
they eat and
I
sleep.
eat right, and you get I eat right for the team, and you sleep right for the team. But no, what they're saying is, you as an individual, you got to eat right, you got to exercise, and you got to get your good enough sleep. Mm-hmm. Because anybody who says they can do without those, it's all short term. In the end, it's just never going to work out in the long term. To better serve our clients, we exercise. And what do you do once a year in December?
I run the Honolulu Marathon. And we're getting ready to do that Spartan Sprint next month. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, there's always the roller derby in between.
Yeah, so if you're working with a buyer agent and they're taking you up to the second floor and they're ready to have a coronary and they're all out of breath, get a different buyer agent. Our buyer agents are they're pretty good shape.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're all fit.
What's number 4?
That your environment does not support your goals.
So avoid an environment that does not support your goals. What do you mean by that? And he gave the example. I'll give you the example, but what he says is, to achieve extraordinary results, the people surrounding you and your physical surroundings must support your goals. So if you're focused on working on a contract, you're not blasting loud music, watching YouTube, and doing other things. You're focused on that, checking emails. You're focused on getting that paperwork done correctly. Mm-hmm. You have a team that doesn't say, hey, we're going to have a whole bunch of excuses of why we're not doing enough business. No, we're going to figure out what we need to do more of so we can get more business and better serve our clients.
100% accountable.
0 excuses.
That's right.
That's our motto. Mm-hmm. All right. Do we want to? We can talk about one of our properties.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Oh, by the way, this book, The One Thing by Gary Keller, our team to better serve our clients and to self-improvement. What do we do with the book regarding the team?
Oh, we're reading it together, and then each week we go over a chapter and highlights and just what we got out of that chapter and how can we implement the information. Yeah, so more importantly.
Our team, we're always reading a book. Readers are leaders and leaders read. Mm-hmm. And we always read a book together and go over once a week at our team meetings.
All right, well, I'd like to talk about this property because it's like a coming soon property, but it's also a success story, I think.
Yeah, so by the way, if you're getting tired of being beat out on properties, you might want to give our buyer hotline a call. What's that phone number?
It's 234-4421.
One more time.
234-4421. And
what's the benefit of calling that number?
Okay, so either one of our 4 full-time buyer agents will pick up the line, or we have a real estate concierge.
Yes.
Ben Wilson, who's also manning that line, ready to serve you. Mm-hmm. But, so give that number a call if you're tired of getting beat out.
Because then you'll tap into this property we're about to tell you about.
Okay, so this one is on Palahia Street out in Makakilo, which is in Hau'olu Landing.
Yes.
There's not a whole lot of homes in this neighborhood. And then this is one of the homes that's freestanding, so, not attached. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 1,900 square feet. Mm-hmm. And, we did have it listed before, but because the market has somewhat shifted. Improved, yeah. We're now able to sell it as an equity sale, whereas before we were working on a short sale. So we had it listed. We had lots of offers. Mm-hmm. And, I don't know, I guess our client's financial situation was kind of I don't know. I guess it was kind of in a gray area. We didn't know if the bank was going to really approve the short sale. Maybe it would come to him and want him to participate.
No, and participation's not good. We don't want participation. Hey, Rachel, can I get I want to do a sound effect with that. Do I have that pot up? Boom, boom. I'm hitting the button.
I don't hear anything.
I don't hear it.
And our phone is ringing, too, because we have a guest calling in for later.
Oh,
so.
That's right.
Okay, so anyways, back to our story of Hau'olu Landing.
Yeah.
And this is actually a past client of mine. I helped them buy the home back in 2007.
Yes.
When it was a different market.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, so we determined that the break-even price for them would be $585. And we went back to all of those short sale buyers, and nobody was willing to come up.
So he was a short sale. And now he's going to be a break-even sale?
Break-even.
So he's happy.
Yes. So anyways, we took it off the market and had to work with the tenant and do some other little things. And before we came back on the market, we got an offer at what we needed it to be at. So we'll be opening escrow on that.
And that's the benefit of working with the team is because we have, let's say you have a listing and maybe, he's got a tenant in there and we didn't want to disturb the tenant. We can actually market your listing without it, to our buyer agents.
That's right.
And to their buyers. We can let them know about your property if you give us permission to.
And that's who actually brought in the buyer.
And that's
one of
what
our
happened.
buyers, because they knew the whole story.
So if I'm a solo agent, I only got access to whatever I'm working with, but I'm not even a buyer agent. I'm a listing agent. So when you come work with Team Lally, all my efforts are completely focused on getting your home sold.
Yep. So this is a beautiful home out at Hau'olu Landing, and we will be having open house, I think, next week, Sunday. So probably looking for some backup offers.
Yes. Because you never know.
That's right. You never know.
One of the things that's affecting people's buying decisions and or their buying power is what's going on with the interest rates. We're going to talk more about that later on in the show.
So we do have to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll be talking with our special guest.
Yes, about electricity.
That's right. So don't go too far.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
We'll be back soon.
Hey, Sean Hannity here with some important news for home sellers. The marketing plan that your realtor uses for attracting buyers is critical to create demand to sell it for the most money possible. In Honolulu, the realtor you need to talk to is Adrienne Lally of Team Lally, who has a national marketing program to guarantee to sell your home at a price and a deadline that you agree to, or she'll have it bought for cash. Now, while the average agent attracts few buyers a month and sells less than 10 homes a year, Adrienne, on average, attracts hundreds of buyers every month and sells homes each and every week. If you're not happy along the way, she lets you fire her and pay nothing. Call Adrienne Lally of Team Lally today at 227-2703. That's 227-2703. Or go to the web, teamlallyrealestateshow.com. That's teamlallyrealestateshow.com. And don't forget, by the way, check out Team Lally Real Estate and the show every Saturday morning right here on KHVH.
Are you a veteran interested in purchasing a home? If so, you qualify for the great benefits allowed by the VA Home Loans Program. Benefits like no down payment required, reduced closing costs, and flexible qualifying guidelines.
Hawaii VA Loans is Hawaii's VA loan specialist who can educate you on all these benefits and help you get on track with being pre-approved for a VA loan.
For more information on how you can tap into this great resource, go to hawaiivaloans.com to download their free 24-page ebook. As a special bonus, after downloading the informative guide, you'll be instructed on how you can earn a $1,000 closing cost credit on your next home purchase.
So what are you waiting for? Get your free VA loan ebook and earn a $1,000 closing credit by going to hawaiivaloans.com or give them a call at 792-4251. That's 792-4251.
When you're trying to find the best of the best, don't settle for an agent that's just like the rest. Pick a team that knows just what to do. From buying or selling, we work hard for you. Team Lally, the best real estate in the islands. 227-2703.
If you're looking for an outstanding insurance agent that will personally help you during the moment of truth, we recommend Bradley Maruyama with Allstate Insurance.
So, Attilio, what do you mean by the moment of truth?
Well, the best insurance is the insurance you never have to use, but we know that's not how life works. So when life happens, you can count on Bradley and his team to exceed your expectations for your insurance needs.
Keep in mind that when buying a home, the cost of home insurance should be taken into consideration. I trust Bradley with my own personal home, so you should give him a call. Call Bradley with Allstate Insurance at 591-8016. Welcome back, and thanks for listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or We'll Buy It. I'm Adrienne.
And I'm Attilio.
And we're talking about real estate today. But we do have a guest that has called in.
Yeah.
You there?
And one of the things we tell our guests is to put you at ease is we're going to ring the doorbell for you. All right. Hey, Chaz. Is that you? Come on in.
Hi.
Hi, Jazz. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Yeah, so...
Okay. Thanks so much for calling in.
Oh, sure. Thank you for having me on the show.
Of course. So, Jazz Pascua he works for Greenstar Electrical. So would you mind just giving us an overview of your company?
Sure. Okay. What Greenstar does is it's a new electrical servicing company that has a combined experience of 25 years in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
We emphasize on electrical safety for our residential customers, and our motto is, Adrienne, is keeping families safe and households secure.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's important.
And, we specialize in identifying electrical hazards within the home, correcting these problems, and creating peace of minds for our homeowners, which, sometimes they go unease knowing that there may be something going on within the electrical system.
Now, your company offers a free consultation, right?
Yes. We do a free in-home consultation before having an electrical safety evaluation done by our electricians. And we also are giving an introductory discount for those who have a consultation.
Okay, so if somebody wanted to get this consultation, how would they get a hold of you?
Or they would call me direct, or they could call our office number. But it's best that you call me at 808-216-5718.
All right, so that's 216-5718. And so what's
they're giving a 10% discount, right? For an introductory
discount on the electrical safety evaluation.
So describe the situation where someone would be calling you for something like this, where they're thinking about buying a home, or
it could be a number. It could be a number of reasons. First of all, it's more of the safety factor.
Yeah.
In Hawaii, we do have a lot of old homes per se, a lot of old wirings, and what we would do for the electrical safety evaluation is that we provide our licensed electricians would go out to the home and identify electrical hazards within the distribution system. They'll check every single device that is accessible, such as your electrical panels, your breakers, your outlets, switches, and wiring. It's more like having an MRI done for the home.
Yes. So you recommend doing that before the house burns to the ground or after?
I would recommend doing it now, being that we did have electrical fires in the past month here.
Yeah.
And it's caused by the electrical devices such as your outlets and breakers.
Yeah.
So having one of these evaluations, do you get like a lower rate on insurance? Like if you can prove that to your insurance company that your house is electrically safe, or how does that work?
Yeah, that would have to be brought up with the electrical or the insurance agency.
Sure.
The thing is that I've heard throughout the industry, the insurance industry, is the homes have old knob and tube wiring.
Yes.
The customer may have a hard time obtaining a policy, an insurance policy, or they may have to pay a higher rate for it. So it's best to consult with the insurance agent.
Yeah.
So if you have the knob and tube electrical wirings, you guys can solve that issue, right?
Oh, well, the most reliable of the issue would be having it replaced, a
Yes.
total rewire.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we hate to band-aid things per se, just fix an outlet here. But if your electrical wiring is shot, old, frayed, it's best to just have it rewired.
Mm-hmm.
So you mentioned like older homes in Hawaii. Like what year would you say, like, if your home is built in a certain year or before, would be a good idea to have this ESE report done on the home?
Well, back in the olden days, it was old knobbing tubes during the plantation days. They say that you should have your electrical system or your distribution system checked once every 10 years.
Okay.
So even homes like built like 2003, they're due
Oh,
for
yeah.
a checkup.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Again, it's just to check, the earth moves, things happen, the door slams and so forth. Things starts to move within these devices.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have some loose connection, you could cause arcing.
Mm-hmm.
And arcing, of course, that's sparks flying and, you could have frayed wiring and so forth. So it's best to have it checked at least once every 10 years.
Yeah. Now, are you guys adopting this business model from something else you've seen, or you guys came up with this on your own?
No, I have done it with the prior company as well.
Okay.
That's why.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So what kind of electrical hazards have your electricians encountered from people's homes? What's the most typical ones?
Okay, so, our electricians would go out on the field and do this inspection here.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the typical ones that we find is overloaded breaker panels where you have two or more circuits into one circuit breaker.
Yeah.
That's an overload at that point. If something should happen, you just hope that breaker would trip.
Mm-hmm.
And if it doesn't trip, something will heat up, and of course, we hope there's no fire involved, but it's usually the case.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, we find melted breakers, melted outlets, frayed wiring. The number one thing also is corrosion. We live in Hawaii, of course, we're surrounded by salt water here.
Mm-hmm.
And corrosion does take a toll on these electrical devices because when you need it to work, it won't work because of the corrosion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So would you say homes that are closer to the ocean would probably need a checkup sooner than 10 years?
Oh, yes. Most definitely. We've seen homes where, the whole can is rusted out. It's big out throughout those people who live on the beach side. Yeah.
Now, do you work with, do you sometimes get, work hand in hand with like a home inspector? Sometimes, or?
We are open to working with home inspectors.
Yeah.
This is more of going really into details
Yeah.
of the electrical system. So, and we do provide a report for the homeowner so that the homeowner knows exactly what's going on within their home. And it's up to them at that point whether they want to move forward to fix it or not.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The other thing, Adrienne and Attilio, is that we find a lot of rodents that gnaws on electrical wiring.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in the attic space.
Mm-hmm.
And the homeowner, they don't go into the attic space
Yes.
until they have someone go in and find out, it's kind of too late at that point. But
Yeah.
be very careful because those wires are live.
Yeah.
So I guess like if a home inspector was doing a home inspection, they're going to give you more of a general overview of the home, whereas your guys' company is going to be super specific and detailed.
And done by a licensed electrician.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is by licensed electricians where our licensed electricians are able to open up panels.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, versus a home inspector where, they're limited in what they can do.
Sure.
So if you're a buyer out there and you are, in the middle of purchasing a home that's, maybe needs one of these checkups, you should give Jazz a call.
At Greenstar Electrical.
Yes, Greenstar Electrical, and that number is 216-5718. That's 216-5718, so he can do a inspection on that electrical system.
Electrical safety evaluation. I'd highly recommend it because a lot of times the home inspectors are giving you like a recommendation.
Or just a general overview, and maybe they'll miss something because they're not, the expert at it.
Well, I tell you this, Jazz. With what happens with the home inspection is they'll come back and say, okay, they want a credit for something, and then the seller's going to respond back. Well, give me an estimate from a licensed
electrician.
Exactly right.
So you can actually help the buyer with their negotiations if they do one of these.
Yes, of course.
So we do need to take a quick break for the news, but don't go too far because we have a few more questions for you, Jazz, before we let you go.
Yeah, so
and
hang
enjoy
in
your
there.
weekend.
Sure, will do.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
The News Authority in Honolulu is News Radio 830 KHVH.
It's sunny and partly cloudy over Honolulu. I'm Rachel Wagenman, and here's what's happening. An Asiana Airlines flight has crashed while attempting to land at San Francisco International Airport. The Federal Aviation Administration confirmed the crash Saturday afternoon, but it is not known if there are any injuries associated with the crash. The plane is a Boeing 777 and was Flight 214 from Seoul, South Korea, to San Francisco. KTVU in San Francisco is reporting that the tail came off the plane, which was carrying 300 to 400 passengers. The San Francisco Fire Department says injured passengers are being taken to hospitals, but the number of injured isn't known. Islamic militants attacked a boarding school before dawn Saturday, dousing a dormitory in fuel and lighting it ablaze as students slept, survivors said. At least 30 people were killed in the deadliest attack yet in schools in Nigeria's embattled northeast. Authorities blamed the violence of Boko Haram, a radical group whose name means Western education is sacrilege. The militants have been behind a series of recent attacks on schools in the region, including one in which gunmen opened fire on children taking exams in a classroom. And back here at home, the Honolulu Star-Advertiser reports that Hawaii County firefighters recovered the body of a man in his 30s or 40s at the bottom of an 80-foot cliff along the North Kohala coast Friday evening. Firefighters responded just before 7 p.m. after shoreline fishermen saw the body in an area called Hapu, near Kapanaya Beach, an area accessible only by four-wheel drive vehicles. An unattended vehicle was found on the cliff above the rocky shoreline. Police are investigating the cause of death. Emergency Medical Services says the boy is in serious condition after a moped accident in Salt Lake. The incident occurred early Saturday morning, just before 4 a.m. near Lilikoy Street. And that's the latest. I'm Rachel Wagenman.
When buying, selling, or owning a home, we suggest that you have a home warranty from Home Warranty America. Avoid exploding appliances in your next real estate transaction.
Team Lally offers free seller's coverage on all our homes. Give us a call at 799-9596 so we can tell you how that works.
When you're trying to find the best of the best, don't settle for an agent that's just like the rest. Pick a team that knows just what to do. From buying or selling, we work hard for you. Team Lally, the best real estate in the islands. 227-2703.
In every real estate transaction, there is a virtual silent partner, the escrow company. They are there to make certain that the transaction keeps on track and that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed.
We like working with Hawaii Escrow and Title. They close our transactions on time with professionalism and aloha. We're happy to recommend Hawaii Escrow and Title for any escrow and title services, providing Hawaii's community with exceptional escrow and title services since 1972.
Check them out on the web at hetinc.com. That's hetinc.com.
Hey, listen, folks, before we jump back in, here's yet again another great success story from Adrienne Lally and her team. Now, we all know this. Not everyone has a house they're trying to sell. Some of you folks may even have condominiums to put on the market. Well, this success story is about a Waikiki condo, and here's what happened. Adrienne Lally listed a Waikiki condo, and after just a couple of days on the market, that's just 2 days on the market, Adrienne had 2 full-price cash offers. Now, even better than that, the condo closed in, are you ready, just 10 days. That's right, just 10 days. Now, these success stories results, they speak for themselves, but what you need to do is give Adrienne a call. Call today. Find out how Team Lally can help you. And remember this, that Adrienne Lally guarantees to sell your home for the amount agreed to by the deadline you set, or she'll buy your home for cash. Do this. Give Team Lally a call today, 227-2703, so they can help you too. And be sure to listen to the Team Lally radio program every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon here on KHVH Radio.
Party people!
Welcome back. This is Adrienne.
And this is Attilio.
And you're listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or We'll Buy It. If you have any real estate questions or electrical questions,
yes,
you can call us at 855-KHVH-830. That's 855-548-4830. Or on the web at gokHVH.com.
Mm-hmm. Don't stay. Go KHVH.com.
All right. So, Jazz, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, so Jazz is our guest from Greenstar Electrical Energy, and we're going over some information about his electrical safety evaluation reports that he does.
Yeah, tell us your company name, because maybe people was outside barbecuing and they came back in.
Yes. Again, this is a Greenstar Electrical Energy here. And what we do is we emphasize on electrical safety within residential homes.
Okay, so before the break, we were talking about finding these hazards. So
Yes.
once you find that there's a problem, what happens next?
So when our electricians perform the electrical safety evaluation, everything is going to go into a report for the homeowner. The electrician will, kind of go over the report. And from there, another report will be generated at the office. And then our sales consultant will go back in, will identify the electrical hazard that was discovered, and from there we would give recommendations and pricing for the homeowner.
Okay.
At that point, the homeowner can decide whether to move forward with the repairs, look for other quotes, or simply just put it off. But the thing is that now that they're aware of the electrical problems, and it creates the peace of mind for the homeowner at that point.
Sure.
So do your reports have pictures on them?
Yes, we can have pictures on them.
Okay.
Pictures are always helpful.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, and then this electrical safety evaluation, how much does it cost?
The evaluation pricing ranges from there's a lot involved. When we do the in-home consultation, we're able to determine based on square footage, number of panels, whether it's attic space, crawl space, and so forth. So there's a questionnaire. When I do the consultation, there's a questionnaire that I would ask the homeowner, and from there we can determine the pricing.
Yeah.
So would you say maybe on average, maybe like a 1,200 square foot home with one panel and
3 bedroom, 2 bath.
3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Like what kind of pricing are you looking at?
We're looking at about maybe $900 or so.
Okay.
Yeah, $900 to $1,200. It kind of depends on the situation itself.
Yeah, so you guys are going to test everything.
Yep.
Yes, we'll test everything that is accessible. Our electricians are not movers, so we would ask that the homeowners move the furniture and so forth away from the outlet so that they have access to these devices.
Yeah.
One thing that I really would emphasize is that we don't want to leave any devices unturned or not checked.
Yes.
That kind of defeats the purpose at that point.
And so kind of describe this process that you guys go through. They're checking the outlets, the panels.
Yes, they're checking the outlets, the panels, your main incoming service from the utility company. They'll open up your panels. They'll torque down any screws. Sometimes we do have loose screws in there. So we'll do all kind of address safety issues. And some homes, Adrienne, they have insufficient grounding.
Yes.
Which is a big concern also. So we will check for those also as well.
And then you guys are also offering a 10% discount. It's an introductory special.
Yeah.
How long does that special run for?
Well, to the end of July.
Till the end of July. So you got another month to take advantage of their introductory special for this electrical safety evaluation report.
Yeah, better to be safe than sorry.
And you can call Jazz at 216-5718. That's 216-5718 if you'd like to schedule your electrical safety evaluation on your home.
Yeah, what I noticed too is when you guys do that, not only protecting the safety of the home, but the occupants too, right? Because I know people can be harmed by electricity, personal safety.
Even with loved ones also, that we would protect. Because electricity is something that we kind of take for granted.
Yes.
Being that there is power, and with power there, we take it for granted that, our electric works. Until we start to smell the smoke, and then we become more reactive than proactive to the situation. Like I said, Matt, earlier, is that it's more like an MRI. We identify the problem and correct it with solutions.
Yeah. What about if a homeowner just needs some basic electrical work? They're doing an addition or something like that. You guys work on those things too?
Yes, we do. Like I kind of mentioned earlier, we do upgrades, service upgrades, new renovations, total rewires for the entire home. So we do different things here at Greenstar Electrical Energy. We also install solar panels for our customer as well. But we focus on starting from the bottom going up.
Yeah.
Meaning we check the electrical system first prior to the investment that they make with solar panels, because once the electrical goes, everything else will go.
Sure.
And you guys also do something with the meters too. You have some kind of a meter upgrade?
Yes, we do. We do meters upgrades. Most homes, they run at 100 amps. We can do it at 200 amps as well.
Yeah.
There's overhead. There's underground. So each home is different. Yeah.
I'm sure you might be able to, maybe some people their home is inefficient, and maybe you can help them with energy efficiency, not just with the PVs, but just in general with their.
Oh yes, yeah. Of course, yes. Yeah.
So if you have some electrical questions, you can give Jazz a call. His number is 216-5718, or if you want to get a electrical safety evaluation, give him a call.
Or a bid on electrical work.
Yes.
That's right. And take advantage of the 10% discount running this month of July.
Yes.
So we got the fun questions.
Okay.
Do we? Oh. Can you share with us the most interesting job or experience that you've had with your company?
I think my experience, it would be more of I feel good when I find issues that could lead to a catastrophic event.
Sure.
Again, one of them would be melted devices. A lot of homeowners sometimes the devices are outside where they cannot smell anything that's going on.
Yeah.
Even with rodents, the homeowner does not go into the attic space until we go in and discover. So it's more that's success for me. Catching it on time before an event happens. Extension cords is another one too, Adrienne. We find that a lot.
So what you want to do is plug as many as you can, right, into the outlet like a big octopus.
I see that, those strip
power strips.
outlets.
Yeah.
They just piggyback and they have a whole bunch of outlets at that point. The extension cords are only supposed to be for temporary use only.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And people are using them permanently.
Permanently, yes.
So that's a big safety hazard.
Yeah.
It is. Especially if it's undersized. Yes.
And so as what's some examples of how homeowners misuse electricity? Because that would probably be good things for them to know about.
Yes.
Besides
how they misuse?
Yeah, misuse electricity or inadvertently cause accidents to occur.
Okay, well, the thing is that homes were built, especially in Hawaii, again, going back to Hawaii, the homes were built in the 50s, 40s, those bungalows, those old-style homes.
Yeah.
And at that point, the electrical load for the homes, it was consisting of a refrigerator, a light, a stove maybe. The thing is that we kind of take it for granted again that the electrical will be there for us even now, being that how the future had changed. We have so much computers. We go into homes where you have a lot of refrigerators, big screen TVs, and so forth. So the load on these systems is undersized.
Yeah.
And so that's the biggest misuse, I think, of electrical.
So that's where you see a big hazards. You know, I know one. My dad bought an older home in Kaneohe, and he had, you know, all the outlets were only two-prong.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So what is the, you know, so, you know, old school, everybody just nip off that third prong and then they,
Yeah.
You know, but he had all his changed out. And so tell homeowners what is the hazard of just sticking with two-prong?
Well, the thing is that it doesn't have the sufficient grounding within the outlet itself.
Yeah.
Now, what most people would do, they would change the outlet to a three-prong just to accommodate the plug.
Yeah.
But behind that plug or that outlet is just your two wires.
Yes.
The two-wire electrical wires going to your system. Yeah, so it's still the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a convenience that what people would do is change the outlet so that you have three prongs.
Yeah.
So, you know, grounding is a very, very important issue. It's a big safety thing you could have to protect your home, and especially for yourself.
Yeah.
Always have the grounding where there's water source.
Well, hopefully your dad got the grounding with his
No, he
out.
He had an electrician come in and do all of that, but I think what was the saying? Have a ground, so you aren't the ground. Don't be the human grounding wire.
Yes.
And then tell homeowners about what, you know, we're talking about grounding, and we come up in a lot of, in our industry and making sure that it's working, but the GFI outlets that are in those areas where water is, the kitchen and the bathrooms. What's important about that?
Yeah, so the GFCI outlet is a protector where, you know, in most, especially in the kitchen and the bathroom where we have electronic devices.
Yeah.
Okay, so especially for our mature people who have, you know, they work around water, they have electronic devices, it goes into the water, and what happens is through human instinct, we usually would grab it right away.
Yeah.
And sometimes if that outlet or that circuit is not grounded, someone can get hurt seriously, or electrified, I should say.
Yeah.
That grounding outlet would trip as soon as it detects a ground fault.
Yeah. So you guys go in and make sure those are all working? Because
we'll make sure if it's all working. If they don't have it, then we'll install it.
Yeah, and even if you have it, sometimes they don't work too, right? Those GFI outlets, yeah.
Yes, it has to be tested.
Yeah.
It has to be tested every now and then. It's the same as your breakers. Breakers, I kind of brushed up on corrosion.
Yeah.
It should be at least tested once a year. Okay. We found many breakers out there where you put full force on it, it won't trip or it won't engage because it's so corroded.
So if any of our listeners want to have an electrical checkup with Jazz Pascua of Greenstar Electrical, they can give a call to 216-5718. That's 216-5718. And Jazz, we got to take a quick break, but we want to thank you
for coming on the show.
For coming on and educating us about your company and everything that you can do.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be on your show, Adrienne and Attilio.
Yeah, so we got them every Saturday, so we can come back around and ask you to come back on the show because we got 52 of these to do every year.
Sure, I mean, this is just a portion of it. There's so much in electrical, rewires and so forth. So sure, I'll be happy to.
Okay.
Well, enjoy the rest of your weekend.
You too.
And we'll be talking to you soon.
All right, take care.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jazz.
All right, bye.
All righty. So there's music. That means what, break time?
Quick break time, but don't go far because we have some featured properties and interest rates to talk about.
Yes.
Hawaii is one of the most beautiful places to live with our gorgeous weather and perfect tropical climate. It's the ultimate paradise.
However, pests love living here just as much as we do. Pests like cockroaches, termites, ants, and even rodents thrive within our very own homes.
Ew! Keeping them out is important for the safety of your family as well as the structural integrity of your home.
Let Kamaina Termite and Pest Control keep your home clear of these unwanted pests.
They offer smart, reasonable, and effective programs for your property. With more than 30 years of experience, let the Kamaina team protect your investment.
Call them today for a free estimate at 591-9997. Again, that's 591-9997. One of the things we recommend to get the most value in regards to getting your home ready for sale is a professional cleaning, and the cleaning company we recommend is Spots Cleaning and Maintenance.
Give Flo a call at 383-5843. They are licensed and insured and can do residential and commercial cleaning.
Look, folks, I'm a certified clean freak. Just ask my beautiful wife, Regina. This is the only company I trust to clean my own properties. We recommend Fidelity National Title Insurance Company for your next real estate transaction.
Through its nationwide network of direct operations and agents, Fidelity National Title provides title insurance, underwriting, escrow, and closing services to consumers.
Check them out at fidelitynationaltitle.com or fntic.com.
Welcome back. This is Adrienne.
And this is Attilio.
And you're listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or We'll Buy It.
Yes.
If you have any questions regarding real estate, give us a call. That number is 855-KHVH-830. That's 855-548-4830. Or on the web at gokHVH.com.
Now, before we start talking about the interest rates, I want to tell everybody about the free book.
Yes, free is good.
So, if you'd like to receive a free book, it's called the Honolulu Real Estate Guide, written by yours truly, Adrienne Lally, a.k.a. Lally Gagger. That's her roller derby name. So, between roller derby, running marathons, and raising the 3 kids, she found time to write this book. So, claim your free copy today. You can send us an email, info@teamlally.com. That's Lally. Or you can go to our website, teamlally.com. and click on that button, and we'll send it to you. Now, we're going to charge you $59 for the shipping.
No, it's free shipping, too.
What? No way.
Yes.
This is not one of them scams?
No scams.
No scams. Okay.
Send it out, and we'll even put a little personal note in there for you.
Yes, she'll sign it, because I'm serious. You can go to Amazon.com right now. You're going to spend $19 plus shipping, or you go to our website, teamlally.com. and click on the button that's right there on that homepage, and you get it sent to you for free. Maybe you got a baby's first birthday coming up, and you're like cheap. You don't like buy them when, $50, what do you call that, savings bond? Get them a real estate guide.
Set them up for success.
Set them up for success. The how expensive homes are today, you got to start saving early, and I think at one is a good time to start.
I agree.
And getting educated on that.
All right, so let's talk about one of our featured properties that's new to the market, and it's open tomorrow, 2 to 4. It's out in Kaneohe.
Yes.
47386 Lulani Street.
Has an awesome view of Diamond Head. I mean, I always want to say Diamond
Chinaman's Hat.
Chinaman's Hat.
All the way past Chinaman's Hat.
That's the cheaper version of Diamond Head. It's called Chinaman's Hat.
All right, so... yeah, it says it's 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, but I think it's no more than that.
It just goes on and on.
Yeah, there's a lot of rooms in there.
You got a sunroom upstairs. You got the 2 bedrooms across the bridge. You got the bedroom on the middle floor, and then the cottage
I think
below.
it's more like, it's a 4 bedroom, but it's more like 5.
Yeah.
Because of the way that the house is configured, they have the sunroom set up as a bedroom.
As a master bedroom, yeah.
So there's I think there's like 2 masters, and then there's a 3rd area that's a separate living space. So you could live in part and rent the other. You have additional income coming in. Yeah,
they have a storage area off of the lower cottage that can be converted into a bedroom too.
That's right. It's pretty easy to get that maxed out on living space. But there's also this is unique. It has a 30-foot bridge that connects one part of the house to the back house.
Now, it does not come with a moat or dragons or knights. You'll have to add those later. But you get the bridge.
That's right.
All right.
But it has over 3,000 square feet inside. It's a huge home.
Yeah, nice flooring.
And it's laid out. It's very efficient with the space in the living area. So
You know what? I learned this from being in the appliance business. 70% of your time spent in the kitchen is in front of what appliance? If you had to guess.
The sink.
The sink. And you know what's in front of the sink? A view.
The beautiful view.
It's a beautiful view to the left and straight ahead.
There's even a view from the garage.
And, you know, you can just, you know, while you're
Views
spending your time
everywhere.
there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, from the garage.
Yeah.
You got to be careful you don't drive through the back wall of the garage checking out the view and then be going down the hill.
Right.
But, yeah, beautiful views in this home.
So
what's the price?
This is at $1.1 million. This is a bargain price.
Yeah.
For the views, the square footage, the income potential. I think right now it is fully occupied and it's about $5,000 a month in rental.
Now, what you're always concerned about with views is the neighbor going to build some big house. But I think it's high enough where it's above the height restriction.
That's right.
For the neighbors below. And then behind you is preservation land.
So this is out in Lulani Ocean. That's the neighborhood. So other homes that are in this neighborhood are on Cam Highway where you get the view,
road noise.
But you got just a lot of road noise. You can't really enjoy that view because all that noise. So no noise on this one and lots of views.
Yes. What else we got?
We have some more properties, but then we also have some information about the interest rates.
All right. So everybody's all freaking out about the interest rates because we had some spikes here. I guess the government, you know, the Fed is trying to tweak the economy a little bit. So one of the things, and there's a bunch of information in here, but I'll just share with you briefly. One of the examples they gave, so as recently as May 1st, the average 30-year fixed mortgage rate was, again, I'm getting this off the internet. I'm not a loan officer, so don't quote me on this. You can go look it up, and you know what? Go talk to a loan officer. Call Hawaii VA Loans.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. 30-year fixed, 3.52 at the time. So, and this is obviously a mainland price example. $200,000 loan would have carried a monthly payment of $900 when it jumped to 4.48. So it's about a point. The monthly payment for the same size loan went to $1,000. So it's about a $111 increase. So that's what that means when those interest rates go up. So not only your mortgage payment going up.
You could put that in Hawaii standards. So at $400,000, it would be $1,800. So it'd be like a $200 increase.
Yeah, and if you're on a budget, that could be like no movies, no going out to eat. We eating Simon, $5 for $1. No, it's not. Simon. Simon's not even that cheap.
Okay, but the biggest concern is that the rates keep bouncing up and down.
Yes.
So it's like, do I lock now or do I lock later? Do I, sit and wait? Are they going to go down? Are they going to go up? It can be pretty stressful when the rates continue to move like that.
Yeah.
So, there is some uncertainty in the market.
Well, I'll help you with that uncertainty. Here's the last bit of information. Rates still remain near historic lows, and homebuyer affordability remains strong for the typical family in most parts of the country. So even though they're up and down, they jump a point, it's still low in comparison to maybe the early 90s, where they're in the 7, 8, 9, 10% range.
Exactly. It just puts it into perspective. We've been spoiled with the low interest rates.
I know. Everybody wants like 3 and 4%. Buy now anyway. Another
All
property?
Right. So one last property before we end our show. This one's out in Mililani, Malka. It's going to be open tomorrow from 3 to 5-ish.
Okay.
According to Kaylin. She said she'll stay later if there's more people coming.
Yes.
But we're going to have a mega open house.
Open house.
Yes. So there'll be lots of signs out. And Kaylin will have information at the home for anyone who's interested. This one's 951091 Mele Como Street. It's listed at $745,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It has a little over 1,900 square feet interior and a lot size of 4,000 square feet. There is no neighbors behind, and a beautiful rock wall on both sides of the home.
Yes.
And it's very well maintained.
Huge rooms.
It was built, let's see, what year was this one built in?
Not too long ago.
2006, yeah. With the new MLS sheets, the information is not in the same space as it used to be. We're getting used to it. Yes, we are learning. Yes, we are. Okay, so we are coming to the end of our show. So we want to thank you for listening, and thank you to our sponsors.
Denise Kaehu with Hawaii Escrow and Title.
Gabe Ame and Jim Owens with Hawaii VA Loans and Home Loan Financial.
Alana De La Cruz with Kama'aina Property Management.
Mike Metz with Kama'aina Termite and Pest Control.
Bradley Maruyama with Allstate Insurance.
Flo and Frank, Spot Cleaning and Maintenance.
David Sobel with Home Warranty America.
Matt Fortier, Fidelity National Title and Escrow.
Brad Albert with Rising Sun Solar. If you want to get a hold of any of our sponsors, just go to teamlally.com and check out our business partner page under our link section.
We want to give a big thank you to Rachel, our producer here in the studio. Make sure to tune in next week. We're going to have an awesome guest talking about something that will change your life forever.
This is the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the guaranteed sold program.
If we can't sell your home at the agreed upon price and or time frame, we'll have it bought for cash.
Thanks and aloha.